So let's take a look at what this looks like on the student end. From your login up here, you can switch to student mode. And I've already signed up to 2 of my classes, but in order to join your classes, and you can also join another teacher's, you'll just click on that and choose whatever class is not clicked yet. And then when I choose a class, this is what the student sees. These are the 2 articles that are assigned to them. These are the questions they have unanswered. So this one, they've answered all of them because that doesn't have that banner on it. This one has not been completed yet. So they can open this up, and right now all of the notes are available to be seen, but they can hide them if they so choose. And as they go through here, here's the first question, this poll. They are unable to move any further until they complete this and submit. And then they can see the whole class results, but then they are able to move on and continue reading until they hit another question, and then they have to submit to move on. Some answers have this draft option, and so if I go to answer this and I save the draft, they still cannot move on until they submit. So they can, start it and save it if they want, and then come back up here and maybe they need to reread to finish answering the question, but they still cannot advance until they submit. They can view the classmates' responses. From the teacher view, I think you are able to block that, but they're not able to view them until after they've submitted their own. And then if they have viewed these and they think, oh, well, my answer's wrong, I'm going to revise it, they are not able to revise. They can send in a request to the teacher, but it won't let them revise it right then. So even though they do get to see the responses, they don't get to change their answer based off of those responses. So the student is able to highlight text, so they can highlight areas and take notes. They can leave it where only the teacher sees it, or they can share it with the whole class. They can add media, so an image or a video. They are also able to define a word, and they can have it read to them.
For instance, a Pew survey conducted in 2006 showed that 54% thought.
They can change the reading speed and so on. Okay, they also are able to translate. So here it is into Spanish. They can select another language as well. And they can also send a message to the teacher. This I don't understand message. They just need to put in some information. And then they'll hit flag. And this is where, from the teacher view, there were those notification flags. That's where those come from, along with the revision requests. So students can turn notes on and off here. They can also look at assignment data, which will show them the questions that they have submitted, if there are class discussions, how many flags they have for this article, how many vocabulary lookups they have for this article. I'm 33% done with answering the questions. I've only read it for 3 seconds at this time. So all of that information is there. Over here, they can view all the notes at once. So these are all the notes, the teachers and all the other students as well, the ones that the students shared. Or they can look at only their own notes. Here are all the questions. So even though they have not gotten through the text yet to get to this one, they can view it here. They just can't answer it here. And if there's key vocabulary for the article, it's listed here. So that's how the student would see the article and answer. And so now I still have 2 unanswered questions, according to this data. Under grades, they can see the grading key, which you can alter again where in your teacher side and change the point values. But once these start to get graded, the students will see their grades up here. Now they also have independent reading. So the independent reading is a collection of articles in Actively Learn's reading catalog. With the free version, they still get access to some, just not all. They can filter their text here by topic and whatnot. When they choose one, they get a little information. They can select it, and it goes into their text log. So they can go ahead and read it right now, or they can stay in the catalog. But here they are under my text. And when they do, some may be blocked. When they do open one, this is just the article. There are no questions and no notes. So it's just independent reading on their own. They are able to review and share that article, so they can rate it, and they can write a review, and they can recommend another student that they think would be interested in it. They can mark how long it took them to read the article, and then they get that finished. So under reading log now, that is listed. And of course, they had to put in their own time, so this could end up not being accurate. They can also add a separate entry here. If they read something perhaps outside of Actively Learn and they want to add that in here, they can add the URL, how much time they read, and rate it. So that's how the students can view everything and answer their questions.